old lady, Doris Swart. Give it up.
I saw everybody was in trouble with that earlier, and I was hoping I'd get the yank on it. Because I'm old and I don't get many chances. Well, I wore this shirt on purpose because I've been going through a bit of a reality check, you know. It says, I'm a genuine antique person. And it's true. I hate to admit it, but, you know, I've been noticing lately. Well, people get upset when I drive in the wrong end of the drive-through, you know, at the car wash. And I don't know why that woman got out of that car and yelled at me so much. I was just as surprised to see her as she was to see me. And you know, I've told y'all that I am a great-grandmother, and it's true. But somehow that didn't quite get through to me, and it's coming as a surprise to me that I'm old. I mean, the hair wasn't clue enough for me, because I was born with, you know, really black hair. I should have noticed. I should have noticed. Oh, and the cane. No, I don't need it to walk. No, I've been carrying it lately because I just started getting Social Security. And gosh, that's exciting, isn't it? I mean, not to y'all who are paying it, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. But for those of us who are getting it, and I just started getting it, and that's how I feel about it, I've been getting it. Because I get $229 a month. I know, I'm going to be buying, I don't know, things. I might buy coffee. I won't be buying gas for my car, but that's okay. I got my cane. I'll walk along and I'll just wave at people and they'll stop for me, won't they? So I decided I'd start carrying my cane. I might get a walker. Because I figure, you know, they're paying me to be old. That's what Social Security is. They're paying me to be old. And apparently I'm not very good at it. Because they're not paying me very good. So I'm working on that. I'm working on that. My husband and I feel lonely without it. Excuse me. Just feel lonely. Need a crutch. Tried drugs, but it cost too much. Didn't know where you shop, right? My husband and I just celebrated our anniversary. I know. I've actually been married since 1969. I know, and that would be so impressive if it had been to one man. No, not hardly. No, they did overlap a little, though. You know. Never change course till you know the direction, right? That's what I say. Know your options before you choose anything else. That's what I do. I've checked out my options a few times. Yeah, didn't always work out. But anyway, my husband and I have just celebrated our 32nd anniversary. When I married him. Thank you, thank you. It wasn't easy, I can assure you. You've been married a long time. And I see a sad look on his face. He's going, I'm sorry, is your wife at the end of the table? Oops. I left one of mine on the East Coast and one on the West Coast. That's why I live in Kansas. I chose to be here. It's not like I had a lot of choice. You know, they were after me. They wouldn't give up on me. It's my body. Well, I gotta tell you that getting old has been exciting so far. Some of you in the audience are gonna understand what I'm talking about. You know, lately I've been doing a lot of shows for older people. And I've learned something very important about men and women. Men and women lose their sense of humor at a different time in life. Women lose their sense of humor the day they find out they're pregnant for the first time. Men lose their sense of humor the day their daughter starts dating. Almost messed that one up. The day their daughter starts dating. Yeah, that's it. Women get their sense of humor back the day their husband dies. I'm sorry, for some of you that might be a little close, but okay, I've been working in nursing homes. Sorry. The women in nursing homes are rowdy. They're rowdy bitches. They really are. I have a hard time keeping up with those women. But I love it. I love it. They love me. They love me. I'm younger than them. Makes them feel young. Not sure how that makes me feel. I don't know. But anyway, there are things about getting older that you have to be careful about. Disease. We come up with things as we get older. I mean, we don't come up with them, they just happen. Sometimes we cause them, like I used to weigh 260 pounds and now I'm a diabetic. Duh. Okay, if you're a diabetic, you must be very careful. Very careful. Because if you're going to get involved in sex, you have to remember, always have a snack before sex. Keywords if you're a diabetic. Snack before sex. I didn't know I was going to get involved one night. Thought it was a normal night. We were going to watch the news and fall asleep. My mistake. There was something exciting on the news apparently. And I ended up being more involved than I had planned for. And so afterwards I kind of slid, kind of right off the bed. I'm laying on the floor. And my husband leans over the bed and he says, "You like that, didn't you?" I said, "Call 911. That's okay. I learned. Yeah, well, I ate a half a chocolate cake one night. And I went to bed. I bounced him right off that bed. He hit his head on the wall and put a hole in the wall. He went back to work the next day and he told his boss, no, he didn't say bazinga. No, not what he said. Turn off your phone during the comedy show or people will make fun of you. He goes to work and he says, my head kind of hurts. I slipped and fell last night. He did, it was true. He slipped right out of my hands. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? And I'm going to have to explain this to the landlord. Another hole in the wall? He's kind of an old guy, so he sort of understands things get out of control when you're old. We forget. We forget, to control ourselves. I guess that's why my husband likes me on top. But the real reason, I know the real reason is so he can find my titties when they're leaning over him. I did that just for you. Because otherwise, if I'm laying on my back, it's like hide and seek in the dark. Honey, where'd they go? Honey, oh, there it is. Oh. Okay. I can't keep making fun of sex because I have to go home to my husband in a little while. He's had a few rum and cokes, he'll be ready. I don't know. Usually I bring a friend with me and she films all my shows and I didn't bring her tonight, so he ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. No, I can't say about that. Somebody tell him. I know they would. My husband is a little guy. He's a really little guy. And I was married to a couple big guys. Brett, I don't know if you're still in here, but I don't have anything against tall men. But I can afford a footstool, so I can change my own damn light bulbs, okay? So I got rid of the tall guys, and I got a little guy. I can handle him. He's littler than me. He don't get out of line. Ever. We got married. He was only 19. How old was your husband when you got married? You don't know how old he was? He wouldn't tell you? Oh, secrets. Well, my husband, I'm talking about this one. No, wait a minute. Okay, the first one, no, he was 20. Okay, the second one was 20. Yeah, okay, this one. He was 19 when I married him. I was 30. It was a good idea. It really was. The problem is I'm getting older and he's only in his 50s. I mean, like 51, that much in his 50s, 51. And I thought by now 50-year-old men would be slacking off a little bit. Because I'm in my 60s and I'm slacking off a lot. I mean, I don't do dishes anymore. I don't cook. I don't walk the dogs. You know, I slacked off on everything if I can get away with it. You know what I'm talking about? Because the kids ain't around, so I can do whatever I want. I don't understand. I'm thinking it's because of this damn Viagra. That's what I'm thinking. It is messing up American homes. It really, they think absent fathers is the problem. No, it isn't. Viagra is the evil in the American home today. Because old men with their little bellies hanging out there. Oh, I can't say that. I just had a picture of what my mother told me about fat, naked men. Never mind. My mother was lewd, very lewd. My mother wanted me to be a stripper. Please. Yeah, right. And a strange thing was, when I first got married, the first time, I was 18, and my first mother-in-law also wanted me to be a stripper. What? I mean, I know it was the 70s and all, you know, and stripping was, you know, like, so exciting, and I lived in San Francisco, so we had a huge area of just strip shows, you know, and I swear my mother-in-law was always trying to get me to go down there and make money. She said, you can make a lot of money stripping, and I said, they haven't seen me naked yet. Because we're, you know, I'm sorry, but when women are young, sometimes they only have one. Really, it's serious. You guys don't know that because we've had one. And that's the reason we don't want you touching us. Because we don't want you to know there's only one. My grandmother used to tell me this side was there and the other side wasn't because my boyfriend drove like this. I don't know. I don't know anything about driving because I didn't learn to drive till I was 28. It's not because I'm slow. I mean, I realized I married my husband when I was 30, but I actually married the first one when I was 18, so I wasn't slow. I just do some things out of sequence. I joined the Navy when I was 34. That was exciting. Actually, I had a great time. I had such a great time. Because just like the comedians in this show, it was full of young men who wouldn't want to be in the Navy. It was really good. And I served in San Francisco and New Orleans. Yeah, I know, it was rough duty. You know, it was rough. But somebody had to be there and get paid for it. And I had a wonderful time. And I'll tell you what, I'm very happy to be here in this group tonight. It's a bigger crowd than I saw last Friday night, to tell you the truth. But size doesn't make the difference because I was in front of a huge group recently and died. But I didn't actually die. And then I went to a nursing home and I killed him, but nobody else. At least as far as I know. There was a lady in the corner, but pretty sure she was okay. She never opened her eyes, but she was okay. I used to be a nurse, I'm pretty sure about that. Okay, thank you all. Thank you all for coming. And I'm gonna turn this over to Vicki, because I see her running for the microphone.